It was just announced that 41 out of 44 of the Indiana Fever games will be nationally televised. So this is great news not only for the Indiana Fever, but also for the WNBA, right? So why is everyone upset?
Remember when WNBA players fought for years, begging networks for visibility, media coverage, and national respect? Now the Indiana Fever have 41 nationally televised games, and suddenly it's a problem? The hypocrisy is unreal. The same voices demanding more coverage are now complaining there's too much. But the numbers don't lie. Fever games with Caitlin Clark are breaking viewership records, selling out arenas, and even forcing venue changes.
I do not think a lot of people are understanding just how big that is. Nearly every single game of the Indiana Fever will be nationally broadcast.
Why is success suddenly being treated like a betrayal? The same executives who ignored the WNBA for years are now fighting to broadcast Indiana Fever games, but not because they suddenly care about women's sports. This is pure business, and business follows the money. The Fever are, without question, the most popular team in the WNBA, and the numbers prove it. When Indiana faced Chicago last June, 3.3 million viewers tuned in, more than many NBA regular season games. Their playoff matchup against Connecticut nearly hit 3 million, and the WNBA All-Star Game featuring Caitlin Clark shattered records with 3.44 million viewers, making it the most-watched WNBA broadcast in ESPN history. These aren't just good for women's sports numbers. They're numbers forcing executives to rethink basketball broadcasting. The Fever dominated the ratings, claiming the top 4 most-watched regular season games, with only Game 5 of the final surpassing them. And here's the kicker. Indiana wasn't even a winning team last season. They were average at best, yet still packed arenas and drew massive TV audiences, proving that fans tune in for star power, not just success. Networks aren't making emotional decisions. They're following the cold, hard data. With millions of viewers demanding these games, broadcasting 41 out of 44 Fever matchups nationally isn't favoritism, it's just smart business. Teams are even physically changing where games are played because of the Caitlin Clark effect. Small, 5,000-seat arenas are no longer cutting it. At least 6 WNBA teams have moved games to venues 3 times larger when the Fever come to town, yet some owners won't admit why. The Atlanta Dream even claimed their move was due to a scheduling conflict, as if it's a coincidence that Clark's arrival just happened to align with these changes. Meanwhile, Indiana's home games are selling out at an unprecedented rate, making it nearly impossible to get tickets. Every single Fever road game is also sold out, forcing teams to relocate to larger venues. This demand is something the WNBA has dreamed of for years. So why are some people pushing back? Shockingly, some fans and even players are calling for a boycott of Fever games. Can you imagine? After years of demanding national exposure, they're now upset it's finally happening. It's like working for a promotion and then asking to be demoted. What critics fail to see is that this benefits everyone. When 15,000 people show up instead of 5,000, that's 10,000 more potential fans discovering new players. A Fever game against the Sparks means more eyes on rookies like Rickea Jackson. Fans might come for Clark, but leave supporting other stars. Yet instead of celebrating, some critics are undermining the league by encouraging illegal streaming, which directly hurts the WNBA's ability to secure future broadcasting deals. First, they beg for coverage, then they complain when they get it. Next, they sabotage viewership numbers, leading networks to lose interest. It's a cycle of self-sabotage that keeps the league from growing. This momentum is critical, especially with the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement negotiations approaching. The league has never been profitable in its entire existence, not once. But this surge in attention could finally change that. More viewership means bigger TV deals, higher salaries, and better resources for all players. Yet some critics still refuse to acknowledge reality. The Fever are the biggest draw in the league, and the data proves it. Networks aren't creating this phenomenon. They're following where the audience is already going. And if you truly care about the growth of women's basketball, you should be celebrating this, no matter which team is leading the charge. The path forward is clear. This isn't just about one player, It's about embracing a catalyst for growth that lifts up the entire league. Networks have made their decision based on what fans want. Now, it's time for the WNBA community to unite behind this momentum and build the future women's basketball has always deserved.